Hello, my name is Kat. Welcome to my channel, and today we're revisiting a book haul that I made last year for January and February. It's a little big, but let's go to see it. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today's video, we're just gonna go through some books that I get on the month of January and February. And this idea came out thanks of supposedly fan, because he does those revisits, and I think it's a really good way to do it. He does it every month. I'm doing it every 2 months because my book hauls are every 2 months. Also, I let you know that my check of my way to do it on my case is going to show you what I didn't read in 3 sections. So what I'm not in a hurry to get to them, some ones that I'm okay to keep them, and some ones that they are like priorities for me to read. And then later we're gonna check the ones that I actually read. I'm looking at a lot of that because I was planning to have all the books over here, but I don't have the table and I have just a little chair, so I have a few books here and the rest are on the side. So I'm gonna be leaning a lot to the corners. Anyways, so let's start it with the books that I'm not in a hurry to get to them. I'm okay to have them. They are 4, I think. Yes. Yeah, there are 4. So I have 4 of them. One more thing, I'm not gonna go into much detail of them. If you wanna see what they are about, you can go back to check my oldest book hauls. And I'm just gonna kind of separate it so we don't have a gigantic video, and also I don't repeat myself because it would be like repeating the video that I did before. So this one is Colin Hoover, and this one is Hopeless, and this one is again Colin Hoover, Lila. So these 2 books I actually get them because I just finished read them, the Variety I think it was, and a friend and I were shopping in the store, and we decided to get some of her books because they were everywhere, and I'm fine to go through these books. I'm not having any problems reading Colin Hoover, so I'm still interested, but they are not like a priority. When I get to them, I will get to them. When I need a break in between books or something lighter, like faster to read, doesn't need too much of my brain to it, I may get to them. Another one that I have is The Buried and the Bound. So this one, it was part of my All Grey subscription that for now this is kind of in a pause, and this is a younger adult or younger book, or the audience is a super young book, so I'm not in a hurry to get to them. Eventually I need to get through all my All Grey books, so it came because it was part of my subscription. And then this one is Berlin Stories. These beautiful books are short story collections that Every Man's Library has. This one for sure is gonna stay in my library forever and ever, even if I don't read it. I have few of them, and I don't know if you heard me before, I'm having so much troubles trying to figure out how to read these short stories. It's the 2nd month of the year and I still don't know. I didn't even start one of them. So I guess I have to do it just one short story at a time, put a mark. Maybe I'm interested from a different place, read it and put a mark or something like that, and eventually maybe at the end of my life I will end up reading all of them. But they are beautiful books, and yeah, they are beautiful books. They look beautiful on the shelves, so they can stay here forever and ever. So the next 3 books, they are still like not in a rush to read them. I don't have no special like something going on to read these books, but they are like, this one is the Alice Network. So this one, it was part of the Risk Boost Club, and it's actually this book is very tiny, so because what is pocket, no, a mass market version, I get it in Book Outlet together with the Every Men's Library and the next one. It was cheap, so I decided to get it. It's supposed to be like historical fiction. I'm always interested in historical fiction stories, so that's fine. I'm not in a rush to read it. I will get it eventually. And then I have Denise Mina Convictions. This one is another Riz book club pick. This one was also in Book Outlet. It was cheap. I think this one is more like a mystery, if I'm not mistaken. And the same, I'm not in a rush to read it. I'm still interested. It's okay to have it in my on my shelves. I think if I put it between the first 3 books or 4 books that I show you, these next ones, I'm kind of more interested to read them than the first ones that I show you. So then I have, I think this one, it was one of my last books that I received on my Library of America subscription. I don't know what happened, to be honest. I think I'm supposed to renew it every year and I didn't. But anyways, it's fine. I have too many of them, so eventually I'm gonna get to them, and if I need to order something, I can renew my subscription. This one is Fitzgerald. I like that it doesn't have anything special besides the case, I guess. For some people who likes more details in the covers, probably is very simple. It's a collection of either novels or short stories. Some of them, they have only 2 or 3 books in it. So this one has The Great Gatsby, All the Sad Young Men and other writings. I'm pretty sure I'm going to read one of these anytime soon. I'm very interested, more interesting than the other ones, the first ones that I show you. That's why it kind of came in a separate group. So then the next 2 books that I have, they are kind of like, I'm really interested. So the first ones that I show you, I'm still interested. They're okay in the staying in the bookshelf. These 2 next one, I'm more interested to read them, and they are big ones. That's why probably still holding them. This one is Demon Copperhead, and is being a winner of a prize. I can't remember the prize right now, and it was Oprah's Selection Book Club. It has a lot of recommendations from a lot of booktubers that I follow. It has something based in them. They were in some Charles Dickens story. So I'm really interested. It has a lot of things that I suppose, like pros that I suppose to get to this book. But it's a big one. It's 545 pages, 46 pages. So it's a chunker, and that's why I'm still hesitating to get to this one. But it's somehow like I'm really interested on that one. And then the next one is Karen Slougher, Pieces of Her. This one has show in Netflix, I think so. It's the same. It's big one. It's a mystery thriller, I think. It's 470 pages. So that's again another chunker that I'm scared to pick it up because it may take me a long time to get to that. And that's pretty much, those 2 books are like really a priority for me, but I'm very interested on them, but they are big and they scare me. So they're here, they're staying in the library for a long time. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get rid of them. And then I have a priority. This one is Juan Gabriel Vázquez, Volver la Vista Atrás. It's historical fiction, and this one is a big one too. I like to have big books, but they scare me. It's 470 something pages too. So this one it's kind of like a priority. I'm almost 100% I should get through this one this year, because I'm planning to use it for one of my special projects for the channel and for myself. So that probably is gonna motivate me more to pick it up this anytime soon. But this one is a big priority. Let's move on to the only book that I actually unhaul. I don't do too many unhauls. No long ago I did unhaul few books, but they were like 3 or 4 that it didn't need to be in a video, and there were books that I get them like long ago before I start the channel, so I kind of leave it on the side. I did another unhaul that I show you in the channel, that it was more books included. So this one, it was one of them. Is the Reader Digest, and it was a book that I found it in Goodreads, and it seems interesting. It seems like it was some mysteries, and it was 4 novels in the book. Seems like they have a lot of those kind of books, Reader Digest, and they are not famous authors. They are like some regular authors that they're trying to find a way to promote their stories, their work. But I have to be honest, I will never pick it up. I'm still thinking about it. It may be interesting to read them, but I will not pick it up. I already have too many books, and I know that it will be staying and staying and staying, and I will never pick it up. So I decided to just get rid of it and make a little more space in my library. So now let's move on to the books that I actually read. So the only audio that I get during the January and February in 2023, it was I'm Glad My Mom Died. It was a success. I did like it. I do recommend it. I feel like it's a very honest memoir. It's her story, her point of view, how she navigate her life, how she see her life, how she ended up understand her situation and overcome her problems. So I do recommend it. I like it. It was a success. It was the only audio that I get in January and February on 2023. Then I have 2 books that I read during that last year, and one is Independence. This one, it was my pick for January 2023. I do like it. I finished it. It's about these 3 sisters during the partition and how their life changed and take different paths. The ending, I was not so happy with it. I think it was a little forced to end the way that it ended. But overall, the story, it was very interesting. I do recommend that. It's a quick read. It's not too long. It's probably 274 pages. It's super short. Maybe that's the reason I read it. And the story is very interesting. I like the 3 sisters. Not too much the youngest one, but I like it overall. The story is nice. The ending, if somebody read it, please let me know if you agree with me. I don't think the ending, it was well managed. I think they rushed it a little bit to end the way that it ended. And the other book that I read is Valor. This one, it was a success too. I like it, and that reminds me that I need to get to the 3rd book. That's my other problem. I start a series, I read them, and I always take long time to get to the next one in the series. So this one is the 2nd book in the series of John Wayne. A lot of people like this series. This is a chunker too. It's 600 something pages, and I do recommend it. I cannot say too much about the story. We have new characters that they are presented on this one. The character development on the story is really good. The main characters, they get stronger, and I do like it. I need to pick up the other one, but the other one is a little bigger than this one. That's why probably I keep holding myself to pick it up. But that's the 2 books I read, and I have 1 audio done. So means during the month of January and February. Let me count it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I get 12 books. From the 12 books, 13 books, because we're going to include the audio. So from the 13 books that I get, last year I only read 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books that they are not a priority. I'm okay with them. They can stay in my library. Some of them, the first ones that I show you, are more like less interesting than the other 3 that I show you after. Some we can have a levels there. I do have 2 books that I'm very, very interesting. That is the Karen Pieces of Her, and then Demon Copperhead. And I have a big priority that I can use it for my challenge and for my project, for my personal project. That is Volver la Vista Atrás. I think that's better. Okay, so that's it, all I get. And how much progress? Not too much, to be honest. It was success because the 3 that I read, I like them. One of them is one of my favorites of the year. You know which one. And the other 2, My Mama Glad Die, I think I gave it like 4 stars or something like that. It was a really good one. The other one, I did like it. It has some flaws there, but I do recommend it. So not a big success in quantity. Quality, I think it was not that bad. I have my favorite included on it. And we'll see what's happened next year. Thanks God, this January and February of 2024 is not that big. So maybe we can get better in the numbers. And I think that's it. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you want to know if I post another video, ring the campanita. And thank you for watching. Bye.